Hey everyone, I'm Chris, and today we're going to be talking about the Cathedral Towers fundraising video that we did for the Diocese of Providence, Rhode Island. So, this video is a little bit different than some of the projects that we normally do because a lot of the projects that we do we're essentially telling stories for these clients. These clients have stories to tell that they want to show to other people. And a lot of those times they have to do with people who are doing something, whether it be charity work, whether it be just something for the community that's really powerful. And when you have a subject like that, it sort of is a little bit more straightforward for how to cover that with B-roll because it's someone just doing an action. But with this, the real centerpiece is a building. And so we had to really think about our approach for how to film that, how to make the building feel like a character. So we're working with the Diocese of Providence. We're getting to interview the bishop and the lead architect on this project to restore these cathedral towers. And these cathedral towers that's what the video is about. That's the fundraising effort. And so we wanted to get some nice drone footage to show the towers and show what we're talking about in the video. And I think these drone shots not only accomplish that, but they also figure into, I think, what the interviewee is talking about a lot of the time, which is that this church is an establishment in the city of Providence. It's a very important central part to the city of Providence because immigrants, when they first arrived and founded Providence, actually donated to build this church. And so these drone shots really allow you to kind of see not only the church, but also how it figures into the larger city, which I think is very powerful. And this just idea of how parishioners are the ones who are sort of donating, they are the ones building this space for themselves. They really love having that place of worship. And another thing that we did to kind of reinforce that idea was to actually interview parishioners. So we have a couple different interviews with real parishioners now who are experiencing this beautiful church and experiencing the fruits of this, past donation, this past work. And this past work is really beautiful. So we wanted to really capture that and take full advantage of it. So what we did is essentially we wanted to keep the shots moving and dynamic. And that's, I think, a key tip here with architectural B-roll in general, is you really want to keep the audience member, the viewer, feeling like they are moving through the space and feeling like they are seeing the beauty of the space and the valuable parts of the space. And so what we did is essentially employed the concept of a hero shot. So with a hero shot, your camera's lower, you're tilting up, and that gives it a sense of power. And I think with all the beautiful roofs and arches and stained glass, we were able to look up and give it that power, that building a real potency. So I think it turned out great, and I hope you enjoy the video.
The idea of a cathedral is to raise your eyes heavenward. They're intended to raise your mind and your heart to God.
You look at the craftsmanship that's here, it's phenomenal. The space above the ceiling, going into the towers.
The cathedral was dedicated in 1872. It was the pennies of the immigrants, the poor Catholics who got here, who wanted to build a church as a sign of their Catholic faith.
Every time we come into the church, it's just so breathtakingly beautiful, and they give so much to the people of this community.
The outside is mostly Portland brownstone. It's a lovely stone, but it's also a fairly weak stone. And what can happen over time through weathering, freeze-thaw cycles, is that the stone falls off.
When we did the roof, they discovered the big problems with the towers. In those towers, on the left-hand side, there are 4 huge bells there. And in the other tower is, believe it or not, is the air conditioning unit. Those towers are not just for beauty, they're so practical.
Things had really reached the point where restoration needed to occur. Some sort of stabilization and restoration for the long-term health of the towers. The work that we're doing involves not just work to the outside, restoring the stone, but also work on the inside. Because over time, as well as moisture comes into the wall, it causes deterioration on the inside of the towers. We've done an impressive amount of work and have been able to move forward at a very rapid pace. And so working on projects like this magnificent structure, preserving what's a really critical piece of the city is really, it's an honor to be working on this project.
I think in the kind of world that we live in, inspiration is important. There's so much bad news, so many difficulties, so many problems, that to come in and just be, first of all, just to be at peace in an atmosphere that's not only beautiful but quiet. You don't have much of that these days either.
I think the renovations mean a lot because it's going to keep this place together, and we're going to have it for generations. You know, we're a very generous community.
And I hope through the beauty of the building and through the beauty of the liturgy and the music, that they're drawn into a spirit of prayer and worship. That's what we're after.
Thanks so much for watching our Catholic Filmmaking Breakdown. If you want to continue to learn from us on how we make our videos, click right over here. Or if you want to hire us to make you an awesome video, there's a link below to get in touch with us. Either way, I hope to see you real soon.